Alrighty. All right, we got teams here, in I guess in a way, yes, technically.
Yeah. Krasnopesky versus all of 5JDX, all of Dragoons. That should be fair, right?
Oh, yeah.
1v12.
Man, yeah. Well, we got it. Well, and then
Eight.
even a few of a few of his own teammates over there. So Oh, this will be fun. All right. Love the challenge. Love the challenge. So they're here. So I'm guessing Kras is going to wait for the map ban to get going before they pulls in the teams that he wants. So I'm going to go ahead and bring over the map ban page.
All right, just let me know when you have it up, and I'll tell him to get going.
It is up and ready to go.
Okay.
And I lost my sheet of paper I was going to write down the stuff on. So I'll be back in just a moment.
I got the logs up, so
there we go. Good.
Yeah, so as a reminder, teams have to play all 5 maps that are in CS if they go to 5 drops. So the first seed will pick a map, then the next, and so on. And then teams will pick the side they want for the maps that the opposite team picked. So Guards picked Canyon Network as our first map. Nice classic CS map.
Right. And good news, all maps today are on the North America servers.
Dragoons pick Ruby for number 2. Then Guards take Torm for the 3rd, so we'll at least see Canyon, Ruby, and Torm. Hopefully more, though.
And then we've got Grim and Mining.
I'm a little surprised to see Mining 5th, but, hopefully we'll see it. I love that map.
No, so do I.
So now we're going to get into side selection.
Right. All right.
So the Dragoons want 2 for Canyon, so we don't have to swap them to start.
Bonus.
Yeah, at least for us.
Yeah. For them, it's just, normal run-of-the-mill stuff. But for sometimes with us, it gets a little challenging. No swap for the second one.
And just, weekly plug for a team swap.
Oh, very much so.
Private lobbies.
Oh, between now and CS 2023, I'm going to be sending so many emails and poking at people. And
actually, so far, no swaps at all.
Knock on wood.
Because Dragoons just picked 2 for Torm.
Knock on wood, there's still 2 more.
I hope we get to them, too. I'd really like to see at least a 5-drop matchup.
Oh, yeah.
If not going to the next set.
The next set, which we could have a possibility of 10 matches today, which is, there you go. There's a swap. 10 possible matches, which just sounds crazy. If we do end up going to a second set of matches, we will be taking a brief break in between. Well, we'll just, have just fill in with some commentary and I'll give the teams just a minute to, take a quick break, take a break, bathrooms and all that fun stuff. And we will have a swap again for Mining if we get to there.
Cool.
So, all right. Oh, there we go. So first one, Canyon, no swap, and they're good.
All right, let me just find my stopwatch here.
There you go. And let me go ahead and bring up the Canyon map. There it goes. Wow, that took a bit for that to switch over.
Yeah, so one thing to keep in mind is that we have seen kind of a shift in the meta over the course of this tournament. So at the beginning, I feel like we saw a lot more teams playing a more traditional like trade plus Wolfpack style, maybe with a heavier Wolfpack sometimes than we've always seen in the past. But I think since the JGX ABIN matchup, I think we've seen a shift towards more push-oriented strats, maybe like clan large pulse plus laser vomit, and then a big wolf pack with like MGs, red lasers, SRMs, like the catapult with 5 or 6 SRM6. So I kind of expect we're going to see more of that push strat business today. I do kind of hope that we'll see some kind of interesting off the wall strats from these two teams, because often you do see that in the finals.
Right.
But I don't really have anything in particular to predict on that. Maybe you could see like a Lerm strat. Canyon would be a potential contender for that, since the Lerm cover is not very good. But you could see like Team 2 setting up a laser vomit mech up here, maybe up here. I think we've seen teams move away from using junkyard or trash pile, whatever you want to call that spot in Charlie 5, because if it does get pushed, it's kind of isolated. Like, you can have stuff shoot towards it, you can send lights in there, but it doesn't really have anywhere to go that's safe. It's kind of stuck there often.
Right.
And you could see, like last year we saw a push come up through here from Team 2, so we could see that again. For guards, kind of similar idea. You can put some laser vomit up on the sides here, maybe even, I don't think they would push it that far up. Maybe over here would be my guess if they had a laser vomit mech on the left, and then have your wolf pack kind of skirmishing in front of that. So we'll see. I also feel like usually we haven't seen teams sending their wolf packs too far away, because with the DPS on these wolf packs and how many mechs people have been putting in them, they just knock mechs down really fast, and they can get in the fight really quick.
I'm about to say it's for some of the other matches that's proven to be not good.
Yeah, so like let's say like Team 1 sends some mechs to Kappa. Well, if Team 2 is pushing down through Epsi or something, they could kill a couple mechs before the Kappa mechs can even get back. So I think that's a consideration. Teams are trying to be a little bit cautious about splitting up.
Team 1's
locked already.
Awesome.
So often we joke about like Div taking forever to lock up, but that was great time. 2 minutes to spare.
Very good. Very good.
So yeah, I'm curious. I just kind of expect a continuation of these push strats with somewhat fast, relatively high alpha laser vomit mechs as the bigs, but we'll see. I'd be really happy to be surprised.
Oh yeah, well, in which they have definitely done that for us in the last few sets of matches too. So. Yep. Alrighty. Oh wow! Like everybody on Team 2 just went green, like bam, done. All right, I'm gonna go and put us in the lobby view for now.
Yeah, we don't need a radio cast.
No radio cast. No, I will be making sure I'm on the ball of hitting the buttons that we need to and switching things. So I went through everything like several times over this morning just to make sure that everything was set right.
Yeah, and I guess while we're here,
there they are.
Nice. So Team 2 is locked, so we can go ahead and the bigs that we've been seeing have been like Marauder 2C. I think often the Marauder 2C2. Maybe occasionally the standard MAD 2C. The XE, particularly the A, very frequently has been taken. I forget. It might have been both Guards and Dragoons, or one or the other has taken a Warhammer 2C with LPLs. So those are some of the main bigs that I remember seeing. And then the other stuff, like the faster mechs have been like your SRM Catapult, your... what else? Vipers, obviously, Mistlinks, Crusader 6T, like all the time. Like
yeah.
Almost every drop, automatic pick.
Oh, yeah. That's oh, wow. We're launching. Let's go. All righty. I love the quick startups. I'm in Learn God's mech. Let's see what he's got going. All right. He's in the Hellfire with ER mediums, heavy, large lasers. An AMS, Grass, and the Crusader 6T, small lasers, ER mediums, and a couple large. I like that. It's a new build. G-Ram, Shadow Cat in the with heavy machine guns, heavy large lasers, some ER mediums, Dario in the Mist Links with heavy machine guns and ER micros. Pasha in the Marauder with large pulse lasers. Data in the Warhammer 2C with ER large lasers. Grolsch in the Hatamoto Chi, or Hatamoto. Not Hatamoto Chi, it's the Hatamoto. Light PPCs and AC2 and AC5s. And then Navid in the Viper with heavy machine guns, small lasers, and a couple regular machine guns. And on that note, I'm going airborne.
All right, we already got some cheese from Dragoons, so we've got Polycat and a 5 SPL Narc Arctic Cheetah, Monk in an 8 small, 6 medium pulse Crusader 6T, Kieran in a 2 ER Mead, Narc 6 HMG, 1 heavy large Shadowcat. I don't think I've ever seen that build before. Windscape in a 2 MG, 6 HMG, 5 micro pulse Viper. We've got Dario in a Mistlinks G. Just have to get into that. 8 HMG, 4 ER micro. Ghosty in a Death Strike with 2 Goss, 4 ER Meads, 2 LPLs. Will in an Annie 1A with an AC5, 3 AC10, and a light PPC. And then Bacon sitting at the back in this Stalker 3H with 4 LRM-20. And a bunch of these Dragoons mechs are also carrying an AMS. So they thought, there's a chance that they're going to see some Lerms from the guards today.
Yeah, on the Dragoon side, Ghosty is already sitting with his left torso is already taking a little bit of damage. There's a couple, again, more strikes coming in. That's why I've seen Ghosty getting hit with a couple times now. Yeah,
and Polly has taken some damage, exposing to try and get those narcs in. It looks like Grolsch might have been narked because he's taking some Lerms right now, but, guards did take some AMS. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like that's being too devastating yet. Grolsch is still at like 93. He's losing like 2 points per volley, maybe.
Yeah, Polly's down to 81%. CT, left torso.
Guards are really pushing in. So Pasha looks like is the Lerm target for now. I think he's been halved. Oh, nope, just lost an arm, but nearly halved.
Yeah, Polly down to 65%. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a brawling moment here.
Yeah, Polly probably wants to try and sit back and preserve, especially, still has that narc.
Oh, Will's been halved. Yep, down to 41%. Will might be the next one to go down, or the first one to go down. 38.
Like
first, the next one.
5 UAVs up.
Jeez. All right. Ghosty goes down.
Asha takes out her.
Still keeping an eye on Will. Will's a stick at this point. Will goes down.
Will as well. Monk is going to go down really soon. Halved, I believe. No, not halved. Just lost both arms. But still getting focused.
Arms and a torso. Yeah.
Looks like this is going to go for guards. It's really looking bad for Dragoons at the moment. Pasha might go down, but that Mad 2C is just so tanky.
Yeah, right.
21% and still going.
Bacon's getting focused.
Oh, Pasha goes down.
Bacon got Pasha before dropping.
Polycat getting focused down to 11%, 10%. Didn't make it to single digits, though.
I didn't even see where Monk was over there. And there's Django. There you go. Guards taking the first win.
So I can't remember how many times I've said we always see Lerms in finals, and like every time it's successful. This is the exception, I guess, that proves the rule.
Right? All right, let me get these stats published here and let you guys see the damage numbers here real quick while I get everything published.
Yeah, pretty good damage from guards, as one might expect. Bunch of players around 400 to 500, 436, and a kill from Lermgod, kill from Dario, 474 and 2 kills from Grolsch, 511 from Krasnopesky, 473 and 2 from Pasha, 507 and 2 from Data. On the opposite side, Dragoons just not putting out as much damage. A lot of players with low damage. 512 and a kill from Bacon in that Lerm Stalker, and then 412 from Ghosty, but everybody else on the low side.
And then the only team damage really came from Will on Dragoon's side with 21. Data over on the JGX side did get 10. So, all right, gonna move us on to Ruby. There we go. Make a note here. We're done with that one. All righty, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch the maps.
Okay.
Done. All right. Pulling that up
Oh, I
now.
tried to hit it too. Sorry, I'll fix it. There we go.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
All right. So, I would not expect Lerms on Ruby in part because there's a lot of like vertical walls as well as the platforms that can help protect you quite a bit from it.
Right.
So I would expect more of just kind of what I would call standard like laser vom or LPL plus a very aggressive wolf pack. I think you might see something like a Goss vomit mech, like we did see Ghosty bring one of those in that canyon drop. But I think teams have really erred towards this laser vomit bigs plus wolf pack style, and I think that's pretty good on this map.
Right. Right.
Team one side, I think we saw guards play this side before, and they set up on like the E4 platform and E5 with their bigs, and then had their skirmishing lights kind of in. Let me get a different color in front of them to kind of prevent the push from getting in clean and get some damage in on them, keep mechs off the bigs. So we could see them do that and try and set up more in like a receive position. If they want to actually like aggressively push into the other side, then I would think they would move through one of these like underneath paths under the platforms. We have seen like ABIN, they basically just charged across the center, and they want to drop against guards doing that. But I feel like guards are less likely to take quite that exposed of a approach. And I also think we've largely seen teams, at least in the early stages of these matches, just ignoring Kappa and Epsi again, because these matches can go really quick based on the DPS on the field, and those are isolated cap points. So from the other side, again, you could set somebody up in Echo 7. Fox 7 would be the spots. Echo 7 is smaller than Echo 4 on the opposite side. Wow. Okay, cards are already locked.
Jeez.
Anything you want to say or scribble on the map?
No, I think you got that. We're good. No, the only time you ever really see the Lerm stuff happening in this is, of course, soup. But
yeah, but I mean, there's pretty good cover.
Everywhere. Oh yeah. Oh, every map has some kind of cover from it. So there's always a way to defend against it, which has always been the argument. But at the same time, the more open, the more challenging it gets. AMS, which nobody ever brings to comp.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily even expect to see AMS on this side. One thing I would add, we have seen Dragoons bring a streak Arctic Wolf, so it's possible that they'll like bring that back, because they brought that in a couple of drops at least against ABIN. So we could see them bring that again. That could be the lock-on mech.
Right. Alrighty. I'm gonna switch to lobby view while we have team 2 getting ready. See what's going on in chat. People, his heart rate's up. Well, yeah, it's exciting. This is the grand finals. Of course it is. All right, team 2 almost ready.
All of them green, but okay, there we go.
And locked in. I was like, waiting. Alrighty, folks, here we go. Drop 2. I would actually really enjoy seeing it go back and forth a little bit, just from what we've seen in the past. But then, yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I would love to see Dragoons take some drops.
With just the possibility of there being 10 matches being done today is exciting. While at the same, while at the same time terrifying, but still.
Yeah, and I wouldn't read too much into that last drop, because, I mean, just with the strat they set up, they just kind of got countered, and that's going to happen sometimes. But if they bring kind of the more traditional style, that we've been seeing, I think this will be a better indication
Okay.
of this matchup.
All right, I'm in Groshal's mech in the Hatamoto, light PPCs, AC2s, AC5s, Dario in the Mistlinks with heavy machine guns, ER micros, Naveed in the Viper, heavy machine guns and ER small lasers and a couple extra machine guns, G-Ram the Shadowcat, heavy machine guns, heavy large, ER mediums. And we've got Pasha in the Marauder 2C, large pulse lasers, Data, the Warhammer with ER large lasers, Crass in the Crusader 6T, small lasers, ER mediums, and a couple large lasers, and Lermgod in the Hellfire with ER mediums and heavy large lasers. And here we go.
We got Django with an Incubus 5, 3 medium pulse, 4 light machine guns going to Kappa. So immediately showing I was wrong about that. Polycat and the Commando 3A, 2 smalls, 2 SRM4s. Let's see, what else do we have? We've got Will in an XED with 6 small pulses, 3 large pulses, and an ER micro. Monk in a Mad 2C2 with 4 ER meads, 3 heavy large. Bacon in the obligatory 6T with 8 smalls, 6 medium pulses. Ghosty in a Gargoyle with 4 ER meads, 10 ER micros, 2 heavies. And Windscape in a Viper with 2 MGs, 6 HMGs, 5 micro pulses.
Seeing a little bit of long-range trading happening at the moment. Will be laser spam, of course. Yeah.
And it looks like Django might be going for the guard's home cap, might be running around to Gamma eventually. So a bit of a cap strat right now from Dragoons, I think. We'll see if they manage to jump Naveed or one of these other mechs, but Naveed is backing off from Epsi because he knows that Dragoons are on it. And
I think you saw them.
Any risks there, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh yeah, they know that
they see him.
Ghosty are there.
Oh yeah, they've got visual. They're alerting up. Data coming up.
And I think I prefer the guard's position right now because they can back up and kind of cut lines. But Dragoons have started to manage to get into cover now, which is good, so they can peek and poke. Ghosty taking a lot of hits though. CT already orange armor. So far, looking like it's in favor of guards.
Oh, Monk's done. Like I say, Ghosty's 87. Monk's right behind the right there with him, 88.
Yep, and Kieran 78.
Polly Bacon and Windscape trying to figure out their next move.
Yeah, they seem to have kind of stalled out behind that piece of cover, maybe waiting for a call, waiting for an opening. But right now, I much prefer the guard's position here. They've got the 3 caps, so they don't have to rush into anything. They can cut lines if they need to.
They've got pretty good cover on everybody too.
We do have Django coming back to the Dragoon's main body, so maybe they're waiting for Django to get back to full engage, perhaps.
Strike
Pasha
up here
moving up with Lermgod on the left side from the guard's perspective. Monk is really shot up. One side torso almost off.
Will might be in trouble here.
Kieran as well.
Kieran's gonna help.
Kieran's gonna back up, but I mean it's still a 2v3, and Will is just getting shredded.
Yeah, Naveed's taking him out.
CT one shot.
There he goes.
Will goes down. Kieran's gonna be next. Looking really good for guard so far. Ghosty goes down.
Oh, Kieran CT O-rings already.
Yeah, I mean there's just no way out of that against 4 mechs.
No.
Actually, Kieran goes down. Django not with the group, maybe trying to cap strat it, but I don't think they're going to have the numbers to execute that at this point, or the time. Windscape is going to go down. Windscape's legged, I believe. Yep, legged.
Yeah, Monk's been halved. Bacon getting focused by Grolsch and G-Ram. Monk goes down.
I mean, it's just going to snowball from here. This is going to be
there goes Bacon.
We've also got, in addition to Django, we've got Polly running around capping as well, but I just don't see how they can maintain the caps when it's 2v8.
Yeah.
I mean, they should give it a go and see if guards will mess up the cap game that badly, but I don't see it happening.
Always got to try. Last second.
100%. 100%. Data's coming in, pushing Django off of Theta. Django's going to run back to Kappa, it seems, to try and full cap that with Poly, would be my guess.
Yep, Poly coming in. 98% still with Poly.
Naveed sitting on Sigma, so guards are going to get a 3 cap.
We've captured resource point Sigma.
I mean, that should be enough, but maybe Poly and Django can go try and take Sigma, I guess. That might be the next move.
Maybe.
But they got to defend some caps, so it looks like
No, they're
Django's
splitting.
going to go try and defend Gamma, but he's going to be defending it against 2. He's going to be defending it against Dario's Mistlinks and Lermgod's Hellfire, both of which are pretty fresh.
I'm going to keep Django's mech up on my paper doll here while I come over here and keep eyes on Poly.
Yeah.
Oh, Django
might be going towards Epsi, actually.
Maybe.
Or Theta. It's a little bit hard to tell based on... Well, he just made a turn, so I don't know that Django was really sure where Django
probably
was
see what's going on. So, yeah, Poly's on the way in here, and Naveed right around the corner. Naveed's patiently waiting for the little surprise moment here.
Yeah, Django's about to engage Lerm and Dario. Just dropped a strike on the cap.
Yep. Yeah, Naveed saw Poly. Poly heading out.
Yep, Django's now getting jumped by Dario. I mean, it's not going to end well, I don't think.
Here, we'll come over and catch this one real quick. There we go. Made it over.
Both legs open.
Yep, land leg and done. There we go.
Yep, that's it. Poly pushed Naveed off?
Wow. All right, heading over here. See what's going on.
Oh, yeah, both Naveed's legs are wrecked, so that makes sense.
Oh.
And Poly is super fresh. So, yeah, I can understand why Naveed would run away from that. But it's 1 against 4 caps, and Dragoons are down on caps. So, yeah, it's not really going to matter. Plus, now we've got Krasnopesky and the Crusader 6T coming in.
Oh, yeah.
And his legs are kind of messed up, but he's also got a lot of firepower.
Yeah, those 6Ts are wonderful, wonderful mechs.
Oh, Poly's actually going to run into Pasha from the looks of it, who is similarly fresh. Poly's just going to hug him.
Gonna have to.
The legs. And it looks like, I don't know, Data maybe getting in a couple of shots at Poly as well. But Poly might get Pasha down, might get the one kind of consolation kill here for Dragoons.
Right leg open. Right leg, orange. Right leg gone.
Poly. Oh, Grosh coming in.
Oh, no. Get that kill, Poly. Come on. I'm rooting for it. Get that last one on the way out. Always feels good when that happens. Oh, nope. There.
No, not
gonna
happen.
Nope, not now.
All right. Yep. I mean, we saw it coming, but yeah.
A for effort on that, though, for so good giving it the all. So second win, going to the guards. Let me get the stats up for this one.
So all I got to say is I really want to see mining, so Dragoons better win these next 2 drops.
Oh, there you go.
I want to see mining. For the damage and everything, as one might expect, pretty good damage from guards on this one. Lermgod, 664 and a kill. Naveed, 2 kills, not a lot of damage. G-Ram, a kill, not a lot of damage. Same for Dario, a kill. Grolsch, 774 and a kill. And then kills from Krasnopesky and Pasha. From Dragoons, nobody broke 300, so just fairly low damage. It just didn't really work out with the cap strat that they tried there.
Alrighty, so moving on, Tourmaline.
Now going into this, and I know we've already seen at least one mech with ER large. I was thinking if we were going to see ER large today, it was going to be on Tourmaline because it's so big, it's so open. So we might see that. We did see that earlier in the competition. Let me get them started on the clock, and then I'll.
I've got all my other stuff ready. Yeah, my stuff's good. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So from Team One side, we have seen teams use some of these spires in the past, or put a mech up like in the pocket, or work the CSJ Hill area. So we could see ER large from there, or if somebody wants to bring ER peeps or something like that, they could set up in some of those spots. And then very often, quick run through EPSI, grab that, and contest Theta, whether or not you're able to cap it. Even more so than Ruby, Gamma and Sigma on this map are really far out of the way, so we don't see teams going there that much unless it's one of those kind of slower trading matches. From the other side, you might be looking at traders in like Gulf 6. We've seen teams use Fox 7 before, or put somebody, I believe it was up in Fox 6 was one of the other popular spots, as well as we've often seen teams bring like a Summoner or an XC, some kind of Pop Tart over to Fox 5. And then same idea of like sending your wolf pack initially to Theta, try and cap it or contest it, and then kind of play with the flow of the match, and if need be, send somebody to a side cap. We could very easily also see teams bring, Laser Vomit, Clan Large Pulse, like I've been saying. They've got good range. They've got better DPS and sustain than ER large typically. And there are some different routes that teams can try and push up. So like ABIN, we saw push straight through Theta. I'll just kind of mark that. So we saw them basically push, I think like this, into guards in one match. From the opposite side, I think we have probably seen teams do a push around this side. It's less direct, so it kind of takes a while. So teams tend to read it, but I'm just curious if one of these teams does want to do full push, where we'll see them go.
Right. All right, Team 1 locked in, Team 2 on the clock. Wow, this is just going quick.
Yeah, they must know exactly what they plan to bring. Not a lot of second guessing. They've had that break week to really make some decisions, think through who they want to bring, what they want to bring, what they want to do.
Right. I'm sure they've practiced. Everybody practices.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to pull up the lobby view here. Seeing chat. Oh, they was doing a giveaway, so that's all I'm seeing in chat is the giveaway. Congratulations to all the giveaway winners. And of course, make sure to stick around at the end after the interviews for another nice little thing. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it should be a whale of a good time.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yes, puns intended, folks.
Yeah, we're not hinting at anything at all.
No. There'd be dire consequences if we were.
Yep, we would never give anything away.
All right, Team 2 getting situated.
Yeah, and with the maps having been shifted around a little bit, we don't see big differences between the spawn points anymore. But they might be intentionally picking them if they're trying to go in one direction or the other. I would kind of expect them to stay in Bravo Alpha they are.
There.
They're locked. Great. Yeah, teams tend to pick those just because that's the quickest route to Kappa, Theta,
Right.
Gulf 6, Gulf 5, Fox 5.
Yeah, when they changed all the drop points to be like right next to each other, I actually really enjoyed it. It made it easier to, if you're obviously in light, you can get out and go right away, or you're not having to plan as much for, okay, I need to be as close to that as possible so I can get there, 3 seconds before the other team.
Yeah, I kind of miss the nuance of like choosing where you want to spawn people, but it does mean that if you did want to disguise something, which direction somebody was going, it potentially is easier, I guess.
Right. All right, and we're going in. All right, and I'm going to start this one off in Grolsch's mech.
All right, potentially the last drop. Here we go.
Nah, I don't see it, maybe. All right, he's in the Hanamoto with 3 light PBCs, 2 AC5s, and an AC2. Pasha in the Orion 2C Skull with quad large pulse lasers. Wormgod in the Hellfire with ER mediums and heavy large lasers. Crass in the Crusader 6T, small lasers, ER mediums, and a couple large. Dario and the Incubus with ER mediums, heavy machine guns, and some heavy large in there too. Naveed and the Viper, heavy machine guns, regular machine guns, and some ER smalls. Data in the Warhammer 2C with ER large. G-Ram, the Shadow Cat, heavy machine guns, heavy large, and some medium ER medium lasers. And that's it on my side.
All right, we got Weapon Master and the Viper with 2 MGs, 6 HMGs, and 5 micro pulses. Then we've got Django in a Spider 5K with a small laser and 4 heavy machine guns. Kieran, Hellfire B, 5 SPLs, 3 Streak 6s. Polly in an Incubus 5 with 4 HMGs, 3 MPLs. Bacon in the 6T with 8 small lasers, 6 SPLs. Ghosty Summoner G with 5 Streak 2s, 3 Streak 4s, and 2 ER large. Quite an interesting build there. Monk in a Mad 2C2, 4 ER meads, 3 heavy large. Will XCD with 6 SPLs, 3 LPLs, and micro. And I think that's everybody.
So Dragoons playing the long distance game here. They've gone out and they've capped Gamma. Looks like a couple of them are heading over to Sigma as well. They're gonna pull off the 3 cap on this.
Yeah, so we know these teams scrim each other fairly frequently, so I wonder if they figured on Ruby and Torm when they've beaten guards, it's been a cap win. Or a cap strat has been their winning strategy to kind of slow down the game.
Enemy forces have Sigma.
I was a little concerned initially seeing those 2 mechs go to Gamma and
Yeah.
alone.
Was not expecting to see it, but
I was just worried that it would turn into like an 8v6 near Theta against Dragoons, but it looks like they've got kind of this planned out. The first contact is going to be Dario and Lerm against Django and some of these other Dragoons players. Weapon Master going to get pushed out of Spire from the looks of it because a couple of guards are coming his way. Oh, and actually near Epsi, we've got Polycat about to run into G-Ram.
Yep. Sit over there quick.
Oh, now spotted her. And she's going to just skedaddle.
Gotta get out of there quick.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, you're so isolated from the rest of your team up there.
Right. G-Ram doing a little bit of a chase here, maybe. And got a couple shots, maybe?
No, Pasha's not going to try and pursue as well. I thought for a minute... Oh, now he is. So Polly's really got to get out of there because it's going to be a 2v1. So far, Kieran's taken a fair bit of damage, but not a lot of damage has gone out into the guards yet. So it's off to a good start for guards. They've got a 2 cap. They're about to take Sigma. It doesn't really look like Dragoons are going to be able to truly deny that. They do have lines to deny the capping itself, but I don't think they have quite enough mechs pointed in this direction to win the fight, especially if Data were to join. But it looks like he's content to trade against the Spire mechs.
Yeah, right.
That's not Spire, whatever we call that mountain formation.
Yeah, right now Bacon was getting focused by 3 of them. He's backing away.
One of Kraz's legs is red armor, so some good damage going out into him from Dragoons.
Yeah, he's up here up top.
But now that he's up top, he might be able to deny lines to his legs, so that might not be a big concern for him. Will taking quite a shot there.
Kraz...
All of his torso is kind of beat up. It looks like he's taking some strike damage.
Let's see, what's on Data? Data's down 86 already. Kieran down 81. Will down to 75.
We have a couple guards mechs coming in. Lermgod coming in for some back shots maybe. But it looks like Dragoons knew he was there. So he's getting shot by Will.
Somebody lost something. Probably an arm.
Yeah, probably Kieran. Kieran is wrecked. Yeah, Kieran lost an arm and almost side torsoed, but still all right, still in it.
All right.
So it looks like guards are now
pushing on Will.
This castle.
Yep, here we go. Dario, Will's going to be getting focused here.
Yep, lost an arm.
Well, yeah, no, Will's going to go down.
Lost the other arm.
Yep.
And he goes down.
Not going to need enough time to click. Weapon Master is now on the front line, trying to get out of there. Bacon.
Yeah, Dario has just been free farming there. Nobody's really been contesting him. Now Ghosty getting a streak shot in. Oh, Dario's actually been legged.
Oh. So they're
Data
gonna
pushing in, Grolsch pushing in, and just kind of peeking over the top there.
yeah, Ghost goes down.
To Pasha.
Weapon down to 41.
Yeah, guards just keep on getting these concaves around them, so it is not looking good for Dragoons. Monk goes down to Krasnopesky.
Weapon trying to get
they
out.
are playing this cap game, so Dragoons now have Theta, and it looks like they're going to try and full cap that. They've got another mech going to Epsi, Poly going to Epsi.
Oh, Weapon is just ready to. There he goes. Ready to pop. Can get Bacon's stuff here. We got Bacon. Oh.
And
Bacon
Django's just trying to deny Sigma as long as possible against Naveed. Doesn't even necessarily need to win this fight. Django's been legged.
Yeah.
Django goes down, but would manage to leg Naveed, which could be big because they're playing the cap game now. They've got over 500 points. They might be able to pull this off. I think they have to defend Theta, though, and I see Kieran running away from it, which, I mean, makes sense. He's wrecked. They might be trying to just defend Epsi Gamma.
Trying to hold it just long enough.
That might be enough for them.
Data's legged. Dario's legged.
Grolsch is in a ham tomato, so he's slow.
Lermgod's legged. They're just everybody's limping around over here.
I think they have it. Poly is going to go maybe harass G-Ram, maybe not. But I think the next cap for guards to go to would probably be Epsi, although they might send G-Ram to Gamma. I don't know about capping Theta. I think they need to decap, so I think he might need to just leave right now. I think that's what I would tell him to do. It looks like he's going to go Epsi with Grolsch. They're going to try and take Epsi, which certainly they should win that fight. But Poly just has to delay them. Dragoons have over 600 points now. Yeah.
And then,
I'm not sure what Kieran is doing. He's moving away from Gamma, but I mean, he's so wrecked, he's not going to be able to take any cap.
Right.
So I don't know if maybe he wants to try and sneak Kappa back, but like guards are going to be they are sending mechs there, and he should assume they are.
All right, so here's G-Ram.
In the fight now.
I'm trying to.
Oh no, Poly ran into that Automoto. Both legs open. Gonna be dead now.
Yeah.
Yep, to Grolsch. I think that fight could have gone better, but she did drop a strike. We'll see if that delays it at all.
I don't think anybody. Yeah, G-Ram being probably their quickest moving mech.
Well, now I think we see a problem with what Kieran's doing, because he could be there to delay Gamma, but he's nowhere near it now.
No, he's not
going to be able to take Kappa.
Nope.
Like I don't see any way that happens. Lermgod is also wrecked, but
Kieran's
now legged and doesn't have very good range.
So yeah, and Kieran's halved and down.
Kieran's dead.
And that.
Wow. Yeah, maybe they needed Kieran to go to Epsi to help defend it. That was probably the play.
That may have been.
Well, I guess I won't get to see mining, unfortunately, but congratulations to JGX. That's a three-peat for them. They've won the last 3 worlds, so that's certainly quite an achievement.
So yes, your 2022 Grand Final champions are JGX. Let me get the numbers pulled up here, just so we can, of course, go over those.
Yep, and it's been the story of the night or of the match. Guards just putting out more damage. Dario 519 and 2 kills. Lermgod 548. Naveed got a kill. 643 and a kill from Grolsch. 501 and 2 kills from Krasnopesky. 434 and a kill from Pasha. 401 from Data and a kill. And then on the other side for Dragoons, we've got 2 double Ds, a single D, and then a lot of players, between 150 and 3 something. So just not a ton of damage going out from Dragoons. And I think a big part of that, guards just kept building these concaves. So like at one point I said, Dario's just free farming. He was just standing there with his MGs, and I forget what else he had on that mech, but just laying into somebody, not taking any shots, can just stand in the open. And they just kept doing that. They kept finding ways to envelop the Dragoons mechs.
Right. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and move my score sheet out of the way now. I know we had asked them to stick around for interviews. So I'm going to go ahead and get a hold of them to get them in here. And I'm going to switch over to the overlay view. Alrighty. Hey. So yeah, folks, stick around for the interview portion of this, and then also at the very end, we're gonna have a little special announcement that I will leave up on the screen for a few minutes. So don't go anywhere. All right. So as soon as they happen to the interview channel, we'll drop them in here.
Yep, they might want a second just to catch their breath, collect their thoughts. I know I would on either side of that.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, so anything surprise you, Star, or anything that you thought was notable?
Just the sheer focus on it always amazes me. I mean, once someone gets into one spot just briefly, and JGX is able to just say, "Hey, yep, there he is. Go get him now," and the domino effect just happens so fast.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go back and look, but I think guards were just better positioned generally, and also. I have to wonder about the cap game. I know these teams scrim each other, so gotta assume that 5JDX gave themselves the best chance to win.
Right.
But I do wonder if being down mechs in the fight influenced anything. But I have second guessed decisions I've made.
Right.
So I think they gave it their all. Big achievement to get second. So really good on them for everything that they've accomplished this year.
Oh, and there's a question in the ticket.
Oh, what's up? Let's see.
Crass is just saying who first.
Yeah, whoever. Yeah, hard to bring anybody in for an interview if nobody's there yet.
Right, and yes, Grolsch, yes, thank you, Grolsch, for, it was not difficult swapping teams today, so thank you for that.
I'd much prefer if we had to, though, Grolsch,
right?
Come on.
Just, going into more matches, yeah, would have been neat, but yeah, but I'll still say thank you for that. But yeah, as soon as one of the team leaders hops into the interview channel, we will go to some questions.
There we go. We got one.
There's Crass. All right, I'm gonna turn my in-game music down just a little bit.
Hey, Krasnopesky, congratulations.
Thank you. How are we going today?
We're doing
going
good.
well. I would have liked to see 5 drops, though. I know that wasn't your agenda for the day, but I would have preferred that.
No, I'm very happy with the 3. Thank you anyway.
Yeah, I imagine.
Agreed.
So,
I can see that.
Yeah, so I was curious. We know that you all play each other a lot, obviously. So how did you all with JGX approach the game?
I suppose our main approach was we decided that the only way they would beat us is through some sort of cheese strategy. So we built our drop decks and practiced sort of like a generalist style that we could react appropriately to any strategy that they might bring, whether that be lerms, full push, full trade, cap strat, as you saw the last 2 drops.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like Bacon got some decent damage in with the lerms, but that AMS, and then I saw your bigs were really clinging to cover on Canyon, so didn't seem like that was terribly effective for them.
Yeah, we thought that they might pick in like one LRM boat, one narc, which they did, and we've also seen them run streaks, and the AMS can also be pretty decent against the streaks. Let me see. We shot down. There's only 385 missiles from the AMS on our team.
Okay, so
so not a
he
lot.
could have gotten like 900 damage then instead of the 550 or so that he got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the AMS does work pretty well for that. I mean, of course, if they teched into a full LRM deck, it wouldn't be effective. But when you just bring one LRM boat and like one narker, not a double narker, it makes it much harder to get the narcs, and it also cuts the effectiveness of that one LRM boat quite a bit. And it doesn't cost the larger mechs much. You know, it costs them basically one heatsink.
Yeah, and I feel like an all-lerm strat would be challenging with how much like true dive brawl there has been, because if you get in close with that, then the lerm boats are done.
Yeah. So one LRM mech is definitely can be used very effectively. I believe Abin beat 5JDX using one of those very effectively on Canyon
Yes.
in their last match. So that can be good, but a full LRM deck is definitely it either works or it doesn't, and in this sort of level of comp, it usually doesn't.
Yep. And on that note, so how do you feel the meta has changed this year or throughout this tournament? Were there any surprises for you?
I was a little bit surprised with how brawly it was. Usually there is quite a few like brawl teams specifically, and they usually do quite well. But once it gets to a certain level, it tends to drop off in the past. This year, brawl, as shown by 5JDX, as shown by Abin, was a very strong top level strat that you had to prepare for. So I suppose that was one thing that surprised me. I wouldn't have thought at the start of the tournament that it would be like a viable end game strategy. Which, I mean, is not a bad thing necessarily. A lot of people do like brawl, so the fact that it's strong and a viable strategy, I think, shows that it, something different at least.
Yeah, no, they definitely show that the brawling strat can work. They did it quite well.
Yeah, both of those teams did. Yeah, as well as a few other teams, like Throt and Fjord in the earlier thing, they showed that it can be quite effective across all the levels too.
Yeah, I think that also coincided with like a decline in some of the cap strats because the matches were just so quick. If you go out to the far cap, then you might just be 7v8 in the fight.
Yeah. So you have to be careful of that. If you do go for a cap strat and you split too much, the full brawl push with no breaks will just roll over the top of you. Yeah, so it did stimmy that particular strategy. I was expecting at least one, as I said before, one cap strat from Dragoons. I wouldn't have anticipated two necessarily, but I did expect one. Unfortunately for Dragoons, they chose the commando on Rubelite. So it's literally the moment we spotted the commando on Rubelite, we're like, okay, it's a cap strat. We have to react straight away. So I think that was, funnily enough, even though it's a great cap mech, I think that was a bit of a mistake from them.
Yeah, they came really close on that Tourmaline drop, though. I think they might have been able to grab that win if a couple things had gone just slightly differently, or they made a couple different decisions there.
Well, that was also an example of why sometimes the mech selections are important, even if maybe the commando is really good. We saw a summoner and a spider on Tourmaline at the start, which at least initially indicated to us that okay, this is an Abin style brawl push. With SRM summoner, that's what we sort of anticipated at the very start. So that stopped us from progressing as much. If we had seen a commando again on Tourmaline, we would have immediately pushed and had a lot more time. But that sort of held us for, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds, which can make a very large difference when you're doing a cap strategy.
Yeah, definitely. So what's next for JGX?
Oh, break now. Definitely. All of December, for sure.
Agreed.
Yeah, so that'll be nice. And then probably most of January, and then I suppose we'll see what happens next year. Haven't really got any solid, big, wide-sweeping plans for the team. We've got lots of plans for the MWO comp, on another note.
I look forward to that.
Yeah, but not so much JGX yet.
Excellent. Those were my questions, Star. Do you have any others?
No, we covered kind of everything that we had planned. So yeah, no, I thank you, Crass, for being involved with this, and it was wonderful watching the team go through from start to finish.
Thank you both very much, as well as Dane for casting all of the finals matches. I'm not sure if I had more fun playing in them or watching them. Some of them are excellent to watch. Quite honestly, I really enjoyed watching a lot of them. So
Oh yeah.
thank you both for that as well. Really appreciated.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, and congratulations again. Great job.
Yes.
Thank you. 3 in a row, hey?
There you go.
Yeah.
This time. Okay. I'll leave and you boys can interview the Dragons. Catch
All
you.
right. Have a good
Later.
one. All right. Go ahead and bring them in. Also, everybody, you do see up on the screen is the code you need to get a free Direwolf C and a Mech Bay. It does expire tomorrow at 1600 UTC. So that date that is on there is in fact December 4th, 2022, not April 12th of earlier this year. So for everybody that's Americanized out there, that is in fact December 4th, 2022, 1600 hours UTC. So get that code, go claim it today, so that you have
do it now.
Do it now.
All right, I'll bring them in.
All righty, go ahead, bring them in.
Hey, Dragoons.
Hello.
Welcome.
So, we know that wasn't the result that we're sure that you two wanted, but how do you two feel it went?
I mean, we had nothing to lose today. So
Yeah.
we're all, as a team, pretty happy with second place anyways.
I mean, it's a huge accomplishment. I've gone into a match feeling that way, and I felt a lot more relaxed going in when I was like, the other team's a clear favorite, so whatever, let's just throw whatever we can at the wall and see what we can do. So I hope that felt good to you all too.
Yeah, it was nice. I definitely practiced really hard and had some interesting ideas to try.
Yeah, was
They get
there
very quick to react. Very, very quick to react. So if they notice any little thing, they're going to react to that really quickly and pounce on that. They did that very, very, very well today.
Yeah, they were mentioning, Kraz was mentioning some points on that. Is there anything else you want to share about how you all approached the game? Were there things that you thought that you could do to take a few drops off guards?
I mean, we approached the game with essentially cheese strats. We could have played the same large pulse decks and probably gotten more kills every match. The matches individually would have been closer, but there's no chance we win them. That's just, I mean, JGX has better pilots on their team.
It would have been, the matches would have been closer, but they likely still would have gone in JGX's favor. So the idea was to try strats to, play more rock, paper, scissors instead of, brute force.
Instead of the actual game.
Yeah, throw a wild card in there and see how they react.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's part of the game, but maybe that's just me.
It is.
Well, it's the other thing also is you're with it being a team that you're much closer with, and compared to two teams that don't ever communicate or do anything together at all. So.
Yeah, and then part of that makes it even worse because it's like, well, I know how this guy's gonna think, so
Right.
if they think we're gonna do that, then they're gonna do that, which means we actually do this, and then you end up 5D playing so much 5D chess that it's like, well, okay, so what's the baseline, So
Yeah, you can what if it to death, but yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just drive yourself crazy with that. So one thing I wanted to ask about was the very end of that Tourmaline drop. I saw, I think it was Kieran go to, and I can't remember which cap it is, but the southeast cap on Torm.
Yeah, he was going to Kappa.
Yeah. And I
From
was
Gamma.
curious if there was any discussion about trying to go to Epsi, since I think you may have known that was going to be contested, but I don't remember the timing.
So I actually made that call in game. So the thought process behind it was mostly we have 2 caps, and 2 caps is going to win us the game. But I expect JGX to spread out and get at least one of them. They only have one not legged mech, so they weren't going to get Gamma quick enough. So it's just you can't stay on Gamma, make a choice, get Kappa back, and it wasn't flashing at that point. We didn't know they had mechs there, or try and reinforce Epsi. So I basically made the bet of going for the cap that might not have ended in a fight because our mechs were more hurt at that point.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't have perfect information, so you just kind of roll the dice and see what happens.
Yeah.
So one question I wanted to ask is how you feel the meta has changed this year. Were there any surprises for you? I imagine, I don't know, is there anything that you thought might have come up that hasn't?
We kind of were on the edge of the meta, I feel like, with the LPL pushes. I think that's probably one of the strongest decks you could bring right now.
Yeah,
It's a
I
mix
think
of LPL with Daka and then, high
Clan Nudge
high
Pulse,
damage.
the Haramoto, that's kind of the strongest deck you can
Yep.
bring at the moment. And then on certain maps, like I think Ruby Team 1, like a full push with the Catapult SRMs, ones that Abins brought, were
Unstoppable.
almost unstoppable.
Yeah.
I think
It's nice to play that map.
especially during comp queue and like the earlier matches of the playoffs, the top teams just didn't really think outside the box. Kind of stuck to what we were used to, especially JJX and us. And then as Abins came in, bringing like full push, we kind of just got shaken up. Hey, like we might have to think about some more DPS in our decks.
Yeah, from where I was sitting, like I didn't run into those teams much in comp queue myself, but it seemed like that ABIN JGX match, like kind of halfway through it, people recognized that the meta had shifted and that wasn't going to work. And I don't think I saw either JGX or your team bring those traditional like big trader plus Wolfpack decks ever again. And I had one more question, I think, but now I'm forgetting what it was. Give me a second. Sorry. Yeah. What's next for Dragoons? What's next for your team?
Rest.
Lots of rest.
Right?
We've been scrimming so hard, like for 2 weeks. Literally, probably for the past month and a half, 2 months, been scrimming really hard for the teams we've been playing against. So probably rest, Christmas, and then ready to go for the next tournament.
Yeah, I don't envy the amount of hard work you guys put into this. I mean, obviously, having my other half, making into one of the top 12, and just the amount of stuff I've watched them go through, it's just like, wow, mind blowing. And then, and then you're doing your matches on Saturdays. And it's like it just makes for a lot of time invested into this, but well worth it now that you've gotten to this point. You get the break now before we move into all the competitions for 2023.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the entire team and how much we've been able to come together and, get to where we are. So there's quite a few people on 5JDX that are new. Some of them, this is their first time playing Worlds, and they did a really good job learning,
awesome.
making practices, and getting to the point that we're at now, that we're literally playing against,
Isn't this
the best
like
team.
Top teams in the world.
half our top 8? Like I think half our top 8 haven't played on a top 12 team before.
Yeah.
In Worlds.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so for all the new players out there, you can definitely do good. So
See?
don't think because you're new because you suck.
Yeah, just get in there, practice, and see how it goes. You never know.
Yep.
I mean, my first time in Worlds, we placed pretty highly too, so it can definitely happen. You just got to put the time in.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
what, 2 years
doable.
ago? 2 years ago, 2020, I was new to Worlds. It's like takes you a little bit of time, but you can definitely get there.
Yep.
For sure. Thank you guys for doing the casting. Really
Wow.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's
been a
been
lot of
wonderful.
I love having a front row seat to all the matches, especially the really close ones that we've had towards the end here.
Man.
It's been great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's been some good matches this year for sure.
Yeah, no, when you guys winning it 2 weeks ago to get into the grand final, that was a nail biter watching.
Yeah.
Down to the wire for that.
That was a really fun match.
So, and especially after what happened, back in the round 3 when we had the networking or the disconnect issues that didn't go well. So, but you still made it back through all the way through the losers bracket. You had to come back into the grand final. So that's
I'm really happy about no DCs,
right?
No computer problems.
I didn't DC this year. I will put that out there.
I know, it's so nice.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
I was worried at the beginning of this tournament. We had a couple weeks where, yeah, there were just too many DC issues and other problems.
Yes.
But seems like it's settled down for whatever reason. Did you have any other questions, Star?
I didn't. We went through all the ones that we had planned, and again, thank you guys for being a big part of this tournament. So, like I said, always enjoyable to watch everything these teams bring. So that's one of the reasons I enjoy casting it, is because we do get to see it from start to finish in its entirety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you too so much, and congratulations again. Great job this year, taking second and beating some good teams to do so.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks to everyone, I guess, also in the community, like everyone in the top 12, everyone who played on the team, like making this entire thing possible.
Oh yeah, a special little shout out to all of our scrim friends that helped us make these scrims this week. You guys are the best.
There you go. Yeah, and to everybody else out there, when comp comes up next year, hop on in. Whether you're a veteran to the game, you've never done comp before, either way, there's teams out there that are more than happy to help get you involved. Just to try it out and see what you think. And I think that's all I've got.
Yeah, that's all I've got. Just get involved if you're at all curious. You can start at I don't know how far down it goes, Div H or something, way down at the bottom with fairly casual teams, or try and jump up into these top 12 Div B, Div A teams as well.
Yeah, we had more divisions this year than I've seen in the past too. So as the competition scene gets bigger, we'll have more divisions. So again, okay, that's all I've got. Again, thank you everybody for being a big part of Championship Series 2022. Rower, it's been a wonderful experience doing these casts with you, and I look forward to seeing what we can do next year.
Yeah, this has been great, Star. I hope everybody's enjoyed the show this year, and definitely tune in next year for further competitions on this channel. Agreed.
Yeah, hit up the Discord channel and the Discord for MWO Comp, and I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
See ya.
Thanks, everybody.